and form. 11. Sutra. Declaring the single characteristic of all dharmas. This is because the bodhisattva's mind does not move into duality. Sastra. The bodhisattva knows that the 12 bases of consciousness, both internal and external, are the net of Mara, deceivers and unrealities. The 6 kinds of consciousness arising from these 12 bases are themselves the net of Mara as well and deceivers. Then what is real? Only non-duality. The absence of the I and visible etc. Up to and including the absence of the mind and phenomena. That is reality. In order to lead beings away from the 12 bases of consciousness, the bodhisattva constantly speaks to them of this non-duality in many ways. 12. Sutra. Destroying the imaginations. This is not conceptualizing any dharma. Sastra. The bodhisattva established in this non-duality destroys the differentiations falsely attributed to objects. The qualities of male or female, long or short, big or small, etc. 13. Sutra. The reversal of notions. This is the reversal of innumerable false notions. Sastra. Destroying the false conceptualizations of the inner mind differentiating dharmas. 14. Sutra. The reversal of false views. This is the reversal of the views formed at the stage of sravaka and the stage of pratyekabuddha. Sastra. This bodhisattva has first reversed the wrong views, such as the view of the self, the view of the extremes, etc. Next, he has entered into the path. Now, in the 7th ground, he reverses the view of phenomena and the view of nirvana. He reverses dharmadrsti because dharmas have no fixed nature. He reverses nirvanadrsti because in reversing the sravaka and pratyekabuddha views he goes directly to the body of the Buddhas. 15. Sutra. Reversing the passions. This is destroying all the passions. Sastra. By the power of his merit and his morality, the bodhisattva has first broken up his coarse passions and easily followed the path. Only the subtle passions, affection, views, pride, etc. remain in him. Now in the 7th ground he also eliminates the subtle passions. Furthermore, the bodhisattva who uses the true wisdom sees these passions as being the same as the true nature. He is like a man endowed with the super knowledges who can change impure things into pure things. 16. Sutra. Attaining the state of balance between quietude and introspection. This is the gradual taking possession of the knowledge of things in all their aspects. Sastra. When the bodhisattva was in the first 3 grounds, introspection was predominant over quietude because he was not yet able to concentrate his mind. In the following 3 grounds, quietude was predominant over introspection. This is why he had not had the assurance of attaining bodhisattvahood. Now in the 7th ground, his quietude and introspection in regard to the emptiness of beings and the emptiness of phenomena are perfectly balanced. This is why he can easily travel on his career of great bodhisattva. Starting from the 7th ground, the level called non-regressing, he will gradually attain the knowledge of all the aspects. 17. Sutra. Taming the mind. This is not taking delight in the threefold world. Sastra. Previously the bodhisattva thought about old age, sickness and death, the 3 bad destinies, and it is out of loving-kindness and pity for beings that he tamed his mind. Now that, on the 7th ground, he knows the true nature of phenomena, he is no longer attached to the threefold world and, out of this detachment he tames his mind. 18. Sutra. Pacifying the mind. This is withdrawing the 6 organs. Sastra. Previously, the bodhisattva, in view of nirvana, had only tamed the first 5 organs, namely, the eye, ear, nose, tongue and body, by withdrawing them from the 5 objects of enjoyment, namely, color, sound, smell, taste and touch, since, at that time the 6th organ, the organ of mind, was too hard to tame. Now, in the 7th ground, he also pacifies the organ of mind by withdrawing it from dharmas. 19. Sutra. Unobstructed knowledge. This is the attainment of the Buddha eye. Sastra. The bodhisattva attains the prajna parameter and is unobstructed about everything, true or false. He acquires the wisdom of the path and guides beings to make them enter into the truths. He obtains unhindered deliverance and possesses the eye of the Buddhas. He has no obstacles over anything. Question: how can the sutra say that the bodhisattva obtains the eye of the Buddhas in this seventh ground? Answer: here one should refer to the Buddha eye. The bodhisattva has no obstacle to any dharma, and this is equivalent to having the eye of the Buddhas. 20. Sutra. Unafflicted affection. This is indifference in regard to the six sense objects. Sastra. Although in the seventh ground he has obtained the power of wisdom, this bodhisattva still keeps his fleshly body out of consideration of his former existences. Having entered into concentration, he is attached. But when he comes out, he has flashes of attachment and, conforming to the visions of his fleshly eye, when he sees a beautiful person he loves him tenderly. Sometimes also he is attached to wisdom, to the reality of the seventh ground. This is why the Buddha tells him here to practice indifference in regard to the six sense objects. Bhumi 8. 1. Sutra. Furthermore, O Subhuti, the bodhisattva Mahasattva in the eighth bhumi must completely fulfill 5 dharmas. What are these 5? 1. Penetrating the minds of all beings. In a single moment of mind, the bodhisattva reveals the minds and mental events of all beings. Sastra. The bodhisattva in the eighth ground reveals the ways of mind of all beings. He reveals the agitated, reflective or profound minds. By this knowledge, he distinguishes the beings who will never fulfill the causes and conditions for finding salvation. Those who will be saved after innumerable incalculable periods. Those who will be saved after 1, 2 and up to 10 kalpas. Those who will be saved after 1 or 2 lifetimes or even in the course of the present lifetime. Those who will be saved at this very instant. Those who are ripe for salvation and those who are not. Those who will be saved by the vehicle of the sravakas or those who will be saved by that of the pratyekabuddhas. The bodhisattva is like a good physician who, on examining the sick person, knows whether his cure is far off or near at hand, or if he is incurable. 2. Sutra. Playing with the superknowledges. Playing with these superknowledges, the bodhisattva passes from Buddha field to see the Buddhas, but he has no notion of Buddha field. Sastra. Previously, the bodhisattva already possessed the superknowledges, but now that he plays supremely with them, he can go to immense and infinite universes. When the bodhisattva was in the seventh ground, sometimes he wanted to attain nirvana.